The death of a loved one, it is so devastating. When that happens, don't you want to just make sure all of their wishes are fulfilled? Well, unless pre-planning was done, it makes it very difficult and quite stressful to do that. Please welcome Scott Darby and Karen Darby Ritz. They take away the stress. They are a brother and sister team. Together, their family-owned business is Camino del Sol Funeral Chapel. Great to have both of you here. You've been doing this a long time. This business has been in the family for quite a long time. Tell us about your services.
Okay, my dad, Big Jim Darby, has started working in the funeral industry over 60 years ago. He started out as a cemeterian, went into vaults, became a funeral home owner. So we just have kind of grown up in this area, and through trial and error have learned a lot.
And you guys believe in family, and you believe in being there for our family as well, from the beginning to the end. And I want to talk about pre-planning, because you say that is so critical. Talk about the services that you provide.
Well, we want people to start to understand that as we plan our estates, pre-planning our funeral should be a part of that. Yeah. It's very important to have everything taken care of ahead of time, so that when the time comes, you as a family can do what you need to do, and that's grieve.
Yeah, and you guys even created your very own center. It is a pre-planning center. It's right there on the campus, but it's not attached to the funeral home. It's across the street. Why is that important?
Well, we found that that people didn't want to come in to talk about pre-planning while there was a funeral service happening.
Okay.
So what we decided to do was purchase the building across the street, and it's its own thing. And then you can come in, and you're not surrounded by anyone grieving, and you can actually make those decisions in sort of an environment that supports that.
And you were saying that walk-ins come in, you know, maybe someone's going by, right, and said, you know what, we've been putting this off. Why is it important to do it when you are calm and able to make rational decisions?
Oh, there's so many reasons, so many reasons. First of all, your final wishes are on paper. So what you want, the aspects of how you want to be remembered, are going to be there on paper. It also it's a great way to let your family do, again, what they need to do with grief, because most of that is taken care of. The fact is that there are over 125 questions that need to be answered within the first 36 hours.
And you guys offer a guide for that, right?
Yes.
A free guide. Tell us about how critical that guide is in all of this.
It kind of gives you an opportunity to take a look way in advance of things that you need to start formulating your questions about, how to get things, paperwork gathered, so that when you come, everything is all compact, and it just shortens up the time that you are doing your pre-plan.
And a lot of us kids, you know, who are watching our family and our parents age, it's difficult to get that conversation going. You guys would have what's called Talk of a Lifetime. Explain that.
Talk of a Lifetime is actually, it's an organization that our sister is actually a proponent of. And it's just about getting families to start talking to each other about what like you're talking with your mother, and who's your biggest influence? Just starting to have that conversation. What we find out is that a lot of people, if they think that they're talking about death, they're going to die.
Right.
And that's not going to happen.
It's not contagious.
Exactly. It's not going to happen. But what we want you to do is start having that conversation.
So we can do it calmly.
That's right. So everyone is clued in at the time that you actually need to make the arrangements.
I love this. Brother and sister team, a lot of family love right here, before, the pre-planning, during, and of course after as well. Thank you both for being here. Great information. If you mention Sonoran Living, you will of course, when you visit, if you mention Sonoran Living, you're going to receive a free pre-planning and grief guide at Camino del Sol Funeral Chapel and Cremation Center. They are located at 13738 Camino del Sol, that is in Sun City West. If you'd like more information, please call 623-584-6299. That's 623-584-6299, or visit their website, CaminoDelSol.com.